if it feels like food is only thing that helps you go through the life, it's only thing that shuts you down, keeps your brain shut, or makes you feel comforted and entertained, this video is for you. I want you to understand that you're not weak for it. It is not the willpower issue. It is not that something is wrong with you. You're perfectly fine. You are a human like all of us. What I wanted to do today with this video is to show you the good side of it, which sounds weird, I know, but hang on with me for just a second. You will understand what I mean. The food usually has a very clear function, right? It's for nutrition. We need to eat food to make sure that we are functioning, we are feeling our best selves, we can do physical, emotional, mental labor without feeling exhausted and tired, or without injuring ourselves physically or mentally. For a lot of women, for a lot of people who are struggling with binge eating or have binge episodes, maybe it's not the binge eating as classified, but you're overeating, you are emotional eater, you don't know why you can't stop eating when you're not hungry, or you don't know why you start craving food. What happens is that food starts having another function except nutrition. This function can be comfort, it can be safety, it can be escape, numbness, relief from a bunch of things like stress. It has more job than just being for your nutrition. And when food is your main tool to deal with this list of things, what happens is that it becomes automatic. So your binge episodes, when I say that they are not out of nowhere, they are not unexpected, unplanned things, it's exactly what I mean. They are very structured thing that is created by your brain to help you deal with a situation where you have no other tools. Let's take a scenario. I'm feeling very bad. I'm a child. And I started crying and adults told me stop crying. I don't know how to stop crying. Nobody told me this tool. Like, nobody taught me that if I will say what made me angry, I will stop crying. If I will say why my heart, I will stop crying. If I will start breathing, I will stop crying. Like, nobody told me that. So when I'm told stop crying and I'm not given any instruction, I have to search for it myself, because now it's threat on my safety. Either they were angry or they were tired with me. Any of the ways, I'm learning that when they told me stop crying, what it meant was that I have to fix it myself right now. And I don't know how to, so let me find what will work. And I started searching for it, and I found food. So I had the chocolate cake, or I had a bread. Doesn't matter what the food is, I had something. And I noticed, oh, I'm feeling better. So my brain made this connection. If I'm crying and I will have food, I will feel better. So next time when I started crying again and somebody told me to stop crying, I already know what to do. I'm gonna go for a bread or for a chocolate cake, and then I will feel better. So do you see where the habit is coming from? This is exactly the reason why, if we will fight it with the willpower, it's not gonna work. Because it's a habit. I'm already doing it for years of my life. But I'm not noticing I'm doing it, because that's the purpose of it. I don't have to consciously think about it. It's happening on automatic level because several times it happened. All the times it helped. It must help again. So now I'm an adult and I start crying and somebody tells me stop crying. I'm like, who are you? Why are you telling me that? I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna stop crying because you're telling me to. But I still go for a chocolate cake or a bread and I feel better. Like, then I notice something's not right. This tool I'm having, which is food, it doesn't work for me anymore. That's why you start noticing, because it's an old tool. It doesn't work for you the way it used to. And now you feel ashamed of yourself because you don't know why you did it, but you still did it, and it made you feel bad about yourself. And you don't know why it keeps happening. But we never know that it happened because when I was 5, I learned it from someone and I don't even remember that happening. That's what I want you to understand about binge eating. That's what I want you to understand about emotional eating and overeating. That food was only thing that was helping you. Now it doesn't have its function anymore. You don't need food anymore to help you, but because it's a habit, it's something familiar, it's something comfortable, you keep doing it. And we do that regarding everything. But in this moment, for me, it's important for you to see that. Because the moment I saw it, I had this mind-blowing moment of like, oh, my life has changed now because now I know how to deal with it. And you'll find a way too. When food is your only relief, you start feel like you don't have control around it. So then you start dieting. Then you restrict intentionally. And your brain sees it as scarcity. Your brain doesn't know anymore when food will be available. So every moment it has, it will find a bunch of reasons to make sure you're gonna eat that thing. If I'm not allowed to have a chocolate cake because I'm on a diet, I will find bunch of reasons to have the chocolate cake if somebody brought it to my home. Or if I went on a birthday party and people have it, I'll be like, oh, it's a birthday party, I'm not gonna eat it. I have been on a diet for weeks now. One piece not gonna do anything. You know what's gonna do? You're gonna have one piece, and because you already had one, you will feel like you lost all your progress. You are starting from zero again, so you end up having 2 more pieces, slice of pizza and fries it. Because everything is ruined. Now I'm gonna eat everything on my way until I start new diet tomorrow. This scarcity, this thing that you're not allowed to have something, creates obsession. And then obsession creates binge. If somebody tells me don't open the door, only thing I can think about is to open the door. If somebody tells me don't eat that bread, only thing I can think about is to eat that bread. And I can go through the bread 10 times a day and I will never stop thinking about it until I eat it. And then I ate it and I binged. And now I feel guilty. And because I feel guilty, I feel very emotionally overwhelmed. Guilt is a very strong emotion. It's very, very strong. And this emotion, I don't know how to deal with it. So I'm gonna use food again. And then I feel guilty again. Then food again. Guilt again. So I'm still in this like cycle and it never goes away. So when you're stuck in this loop, what happens is that you feel bad, you feel restricted, your cravings get stronger, you're gonna binge bigger. I've done it. That's how I know it. I've been there. In this moment, when I'm saying it right now, I can imagine it in my head. I can remember it because it was so intense, that's so strong that I don't think I will ever be able to forget those moments of active binge and then the guilt I felt afterwards. But let's talk about positive part, which is solution, what to do. The goal is not to never use food to feel comfort. That's not the goal. You will not be able to do that either because you've been using food your whole life. The goal is to stop food being your only option. So introduce new emotional regulation tools. They can be different. When I started introducing tools, first thing I did was dancing. I freaking love dancing. I'm so bad. I'm a horrible dancer, but I love dancing because when I intensely experience emotions, when they are overwhelming me, I cannot physically stay in one place. Like I need to move because I can't physically stay. So dancing was perfect for that because it makes me want to move. I started implementing a bunch of tools. So my brain had the option of I feel bad, food, relief. Now it's I feel bad, there are a bunch of things you can do, relief. And some days I was choosing food, but I wasn't feeling guilty about it anymore, which meant that I just overate once. So the cycle didn't happen. So I didn't have a binge episode. I just overate once. And I didn't feel guilty about it. And I forgot about it. And went on. What can be the options now? I know I gave you like a bunch of examples that worked for me, but how to find your thing? Well, I have very good toolkit for that one, and it's called Joy Toolkit because I like the name, so I named it. My tool, whatever I want, I can name it. But what it is a bunch of things that makes me feel joyful. Put timer on 10 minutes. Sit down and write 10 things that make you feel good about yourself. It can be going on a walk. It can be talking to my friend. It can be scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, because that also works. Distraction is discretion. If it makes me feel better in the recovery route, it works. Find those 10 things, and then every time you feel emotionally overwhelmed, which you will notice, you know you're agitated, you know you're angry, you know you're bored. We all know it. That's why we go for food. So instead of going for food, first do that. 10 tools, things that you can do in a moment. It's not something that you have to plan ahead. You have to prepare. It's something that you can do right now, right here, when I'm feeling emotionally overwhelmed. So this will be the tool which will show you what are the things you can start experimenting with. Like, out of those 10, for me, when I first created it, only 3 worked. So I keep doing those 3 things until I found something else. And what my brain did was to stop choosing food every single time. Now it was choosing food less and less, and I was naturally losing weight. I was having less binge episodes, less guilt and shame, less hatred toward myself, less willpower. I didn't need to use willpower. I was not using the mental capacity I had, so I could do more things that makes me feel better about who I am or what I like to do in my life. If you want more things, or if you tried the Joy Toolkit and none of the things work there, you can join my free community on Skool, which will be in the description. And there you will be able to find a bunch of more tools, not only for this specific reset, but for binge eating recovery or overeating recovery. And one more thing. This is the 3rd part of the 7-part videos, so go watch 1 and 2 parts. They are very continuous on how to start recovery from the constant food thoughts and what are the things that we can do which makes our life better and finally helping us to lose weight without this bunch of restriction